welcome to a show that this channel is supposed to be about. Ah, yes, I knew I had a reason to keep that profile pic up for a while. Welcome to the Plump Show. So what is this show about? Aside from that weird thing that this TV says. Well, you'll soon find out. But for right now, to start the show, let's kick it off with some real or fake news. You decide which is which. To start off, after renaming Twitter to X, Elon Musk has decided to make a stupid decision to give users a free one-year subscription for anyone new who signs up. Next thing you know, he's going to have full ownership of, what's it called? Oh yeah, X videos! A woman in Texas found an escaped snake blocking her car in a parking lot. Officer Steve Burrs, who handles any wildlife calls, collected the snake and turned it over to Irving Animal Services. And later, the snake's name was identified for some reason? Miss Bonnie. Well, I guess later, some animatronic with the same name is going to adopt it. August 29th is considered the release date for these three games. 1. Goodbye Volcano High for PS4, PS5, and Windows PC. 2. Somebody Amigo Party Central for Nintendo Switch. And 3. Sea of Stars for all four, plus Xbox One and Xbox XS. Rise Frake Waterfield. The awful person responsible for the Winnie the Pooh horror movie realized he was a failure when doing not just the first movie, but also announcing a sequel, that he decided to cancel the sequel idea completely. Good, because no one wants to think of a Disney classic like that. I'm just glad Disney has nothing to do with that even. Whew. Anyone want to hear about a Guinness World Record? Brad Ladner, a Batman superfan since 1988, has collected 8,226 individual pieces of a Batman memorabilia. Soon he's going to be doing the exact same thing with Batman's enemy. Mountain Dew has been coming up with a new experiment where they're getting rid of carbonation completely for people who don't like carbonation drinks. On one hand, okay, I don't like carbonation drinks. On the other hand, this is Mountain Dew we're talking about, so I can't fully trust them. Finally, American track and field sprinter Sha'Carri Richardson won the 100-meter at the World Athletics Championship in 10.65 seconds. Yeah! USATF calls it a record and calls her the fastest woman in the world. I'm sorry, did they forget Florence Griffith Joyner and her 10.49 second win in exactly that? I don't know. This has been real or fake news just for this episode. Just for this episode. Only this episode. I'm going to give you what was real or fake. There you go. We'll be right back. Okay, this isn't really a commercial break. This is more of a trivia break. 10 seconds each to answer 2 multiple choice questions, and 5 seconds to answer 1 true or false question. But I can allow you to pause the video on each question if you don't do time limits. Ah well, let's begin. This Super Mario frustration video from 2007 currently has over 32 million views.
And up! What? Who put that there? Where did that come from?
Though the question is, how many times total did the guy in the video fail a Mario level? 41, 30, 49, 78. You'll get the answers later on. Let's move on to the next question. Which of these film directors directed the very first Got Milk commercial? Quentin Tarantino, Michael Bay, Steven Spielberg, Martin Scorsese. One more. True or false? There was a Wheel of Fortune that lasted from 1952 to 1953, hosted by Todd Russell. Like I said, you'll get the answers later, I promise. They'll be back.
And now a moment with Little Jeff.
I don't really have a moment for now. I just wanted to make sure that the viewers or subscribers know that I'm still around. And I'll see you for the next one.
This has been a moment with Little Jeff.
Welcome back. You're probably wondering about this bookshelf behind me. It's because I'm going to come up with abnormal definitions. Why? It's because the name is Dictionary of Unknowns, and the description is any words in the comment section or Google Forms link down below, made by viewers, or found are given to the host, in which he will make his definition for that word and add it to the dictionary. The host is not that great at either vocabulary or knowing a lot of things, so it can be a word anyone makes up, a real word that he hasn't heard of, or a real word he's heard of but he doesn't know exactly what it means. And no corrections are allowed, period. Meaning you gotta accept whatever definition comes to my mind. Let's get to it. First word, dictatorship. Definition, a sea captain being a dick while eating tater tots in his or her ship. In other words, he's just a cruel captain who loves eating tater tots. I don't blame the captain though, I like tater tots. Second word, Shrek-AIDS. Definition, the character Shrek with AIDS. Shrek, how'd you get AIDS even? Third word, Slurpee. Definition, peeing and burping at the same time. Fourth word, insulate. Definition, insulting people from outside a state. I can't give an example because I don't know how insulting works, nor do I believe I've done anything insulting. Which is good, because that would be wrong. Go on. Fifth word, ludicrous. Definition, a guy named Chris having a lucky day. No. That is not an example, unfortunately. But I do like some of his songs. Sixth word, Oreos. Definition, a rear full of Oreos. And last word, McBang. Definition, replacing 2 patties on a McDouble with chicken nuggets. But what about chicken patties, you ask? Well, they already had that, so it won't count. It will not count. But those are the first 7 words for Dictionary of Unknowns. If you have your own word or words, either real or made up, leave it in the comments section below or the Google Forms link down below in the description, and I'll take note of them. We'll be right back with a nasty prank idea after this. This is one of my friend's channels, the David 3000 Network. My friend David and a couple of our other friends do game show gameplays, video game gameplays, podcasts, interviews, talk about the news, and many, many more. I absolutely recommend that you check it out. You'll really have to see the fun that goes on there. The David 3000 Network. And now, we're about to reveal the answers to the questions asked earlier. So how many times total did the guy in the Super Mario Bros. Frustration video fail a Mario level? I had to watch the whole thing numbers of times because it was that funny. And came to the conclusion it was 78 times total. That's 29 times in the first half before completing it, and 49 more times in the second half before deciding to give up. And to me, it's still a classic.
Get the that God damn it. Why do I always fall for this shit?
Which of these film directors directed the very first Got Milk commercial? To my shock, and perhaps your shock, here it is. Michael Bay? Man, you gotta wonder after that if he went downhill from there. True or false, there was a Wheel of Fortune that lasted from 1952 to 1953, hosted by Todd Russell. Interestingly, it's true! And that one didn't even have puzzles. Like, let me read to you how this works. To be eligible as a contestant on this show, a person must have done a good deed. Heroes, Good Samaritans, and other benefactors received awards for outstanding good deeds, and they, along with the people they helped, appeared as guests. The subject had been done a favor by the Good Samaritan. On the daytime version, the wheel was spun to determine a cash amount to play for, $300 to $1,000, and the number of questions needed to be answered correctly, between 1 and 4, to win that amount. On the primetime version, the wheel was spun to determine the nature of the reward that the benefactor would receive. If the wheel landed on the lucky section, the contestant was given the chance to win a $1,000 bonus by correctly answering a jackpot question. The beneficiary received a gold watch for his or her appearance in both versions. Wow. Okay. Thank God, though, we still have this current version with the puzzles, eh? Well, that's it for the trivia part. Let's get back to the show. Welcome back. Now, to end this first episode, I'd like to ask, if someone is sleeping but not snoring for a stereo prank, then how about this? Sounds almost completely original, eh? Next time, dude, get a blanket. Well, I hope you enjoyed the premiere of what this channel is supposed to represent. And I'll see you next time in either another video or another episode of The Plump Show itself. Right here. See ya!